In 1992, Hollywood bid farewell to its legendary Rifleman. Yet, Chuck Connors bequeathed a legacy far more complex than a single television persona. His existence was punctuated by a clandestine role in Cold War diplomacy and shocking romantic entanglements that nearly derailed his professional standing, crafting a biography as dramatic as any Western he ever starred in. Now, 3 decades after his passing, the full narrative can be told. This is the story of how a Brooklyn baseball player evolved into an unlikely Soviet icon, the reasons his trio of marriages culminated in scandal, and the somber secret he guarded until his dying breath. Chuck Connors entered the world as Kevin Joseph Aloysius Connors on April 10, 1921, in Brooklyn, New York, to diligent Irish immigrants, Alan and Marcel Connors. Navigating the hardships of the Great Depression, his father labored as a longshoreman while his mother secured small jobs to provide for their family, instilling in Chuck a profound respect for hard work within their working-class community. He devoted much of his youth to athletics at the Bay Ridge Boys Club, nurturing a fervent dream to one day play for the Brooklyn Dodgers. A significant opportunity arose at 14 when his athletic prowess earned him a scholarship to Adelphi Academy, a private Brooklyn high school, where he excelled across multiple sports, baseball, basketball, football, and track, and was named one of Brooklyn's top high school baseball players in 1939. Upon graduation, with over 25 collegiate athletic scholarships available, he selected Seton Hall University in New Jersey. There, he competed in both basketball, serving as a backup center, and baseball, where he truly distinguished himself. A memorable 1942 game featuring 2 home runs and 6 RBIs captivated professional scouts. It was during this period he acquired his famous nickname from yelling, "Chuck it to me," while playing first base. His collegiate years were interrupted by World War II, leading him to join the Army in 1942. Stationed at Fort Knox and later West Point, his height and athleticism made him an ideal tank warfare instructor, and he even tutored renowned football players. He maintained his connection to sports by playing semi-professional baseball and professional basketball during his service before receiving an honorable discharge in 1946. His professional sports career commenced immediately upon leaving the Army, joining the nascent Boston Celtics for their inaugural 1946 season. At 6 feet 5 inches, he played forward and center, appearing in 49 games and averaging 4.5 points, with a standout performance of 15 points against the Providence Steamrollers. However, his basketball tenure was brief. By February 1947, he departed to pursue his original passion, baseball. His major league opportunity arrived on May 1, 1949, with the Brooklyn Dodgers, though it began inauspiciously with a double play and a loss in his sole game for the team. Undeterred, he honed his skills in the minor leagues with teams like the Montreal Royals until earning a return to the majors with the Chicago Cubs in 1951. That season, he played 66 games, recording 48 hits and a .239 average, and hit his first 2 major league home runs, both against the New York Giants. Connors' improbable transition to Hollywood was triggered during a 1952 minor league game for the Los Angeles Angels. After hitting a monumental home run against the Sacramento Solons, his imposing stature and rugged demeanor captivated MGM casting director Billy Graydon, who approached him in the locker room with a business card and an acting suggestion. Initially dismissive, Connors reconsidered after a minor injury and, out of curiosity, visited MGM. He was immediately offered a screen test, signed a contract just 3 days later, and his life was irrevocably altered. His debut role was a small part as a police captain in the Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn film, Pat and Mike, a performance he nailed in 2 takes, earning encouraging praise from Tracy himself. He immersed himself in acting, appearing in over 20 films between 1952 and 1958. Memorable roles included Bern Sanderson in Disney's Old Yeller, 1957, and parts in Trouble Along the Way with John Wayne and The Big Country alongside Gregory Peck and Charlton Heston. His big break arrived when the producers of The Rifleman, impressed by his fatherly role in Old Yeller, offered him the part of Lucas McCain. Initially reluctant due to a lower salary, he was persuaded by an improved financial offer and a 5% ownership stake in the show. To prepare, he rigorously trained in horseback riding and worked with gun expert Rod Redwing to master his character's iconic rifle spin, practicing until his hands were blistered. The series premiered on September 30, 1958, to immediate acclaim, drawing over 14 million viewers for its debut. His portrayal of the tough yet kind widowed father raising his son Mark, Johnny Crawford, in the Old West resonated deeply, making the show a top-rated program that emphasized family dynamics. After the series concluded in 1963, Connors worked diligently to avoid typecasting, continuing in television and film. His most powerful later performance came as the cruel plantation owner Tom Moore in the groundbreaking 1977 miniseries, Roots. His chilling, nuanced portrayal earned him an Emmy nomination and was seen by approximately 100 million viewers in its finale. Later career highlights included a role as the creepy Mr. Slauson in the cult horror classic Tourist Trap, 1979, and battling aliens in the low-budget sci-fi film The Daytime Ended, 1980. On television, he made guest appearances on popular series like Fantasy Island, The Love Boat, and Murder, She Wrote, and revealed a darker side as the villain Yuri Skorzeny in the horror series Werewolf, 1987 to 1988. His personal life was as dramatic as his on-screen roles. His first marriage was to Montreal model Elizabeth Jane Betty Riddell in 1948. They had 4 sons, Michael, Jeffrey, Stephen, and Kevin. As his fame grew from The Rifleman, the marriage strained under long absences and rumors of infidelity, culminating in a 1961 discovery of an affair with an actress and a divorce in 1962. Later revelations showed Betty threatened to expose his affairs during settlement negotiations. He married his second wife, Indian-British actress Kamala Devi, in 1963 after meeting on the set of Geronimo. Though they shared a strong on-screen partnership in projects like Branded, their marriage was strained by differing career ambitions and Connors's infidelity, ending in divorce after 9 years in 1972. His third marriage was his most controversial. In 1977, he wed Faith Quabius, a 33 years younger actress he met on Soylent Green. The marriage lasted only 3 years, ending in 1980 with Faith later accusing him of abusive behavior fueled by alcohol, allegations he denied but which tarnished his reputation. Whispers of affairs followed him throughout his life, including an alleged long-term affair in the 1960s and a claim of fathering a child, though it was never proven. An infamous 1975 incident at a party cost him a major film role. His children acknowledged the strain his thrill-seeking lifestyle placed on the family. Connors was also defined by his strong conservative political beliefs, a rarity in Hollywood. He supported the Vietnam War, marching in a pro-war parade in 1967, and was an active Republican, backing Barry Goldwater in 1964, a stance he refused to compromise even when it cost him professional opportunities. He visited Vietnam multiple times to support troops and later expressed dismay at the treatment of returning veterans. A remarkable chapter of his life was his immense, unlikely popularity in the Soviet Union during the Cold War. The Rifleman was one of the few American shows broadcast there, amassing 250 million viewers by 1973, including Soviet leader Leonid Brezhnev. During a 1973 visit to Washington, D.C., Brezhnev requested a meeting with Connors, which led to a 2-week star treatment visit to Moscow. Connors met Brezhnev at the Kremlin, where the two engaged in a playful shooting contest with firearms Connors had gifted him. During this visit, Connors filmed a documentary titled Peace and Friendship, which aired on Soviet television, showcasing American-Soviet interactions.